What is good with y'all boys, man? Oh my god. I don't know what just happened, but my computer crashed. And this is like the second time recording this. I'm gonna get straight into it, bro, because I'm pooped already. The reason why I'm making this tier list is because there's a lot of misconceptions, there's a lot of misinformation within the community. And I just want to be the bridge to give you the shortcut of, yo, if you do this, this is your best bang for your buck right here, right? So, I was skimming through some videos on some people who already made self improvement tier lists. I felt like they were missing some things that are, very crucial, right? So, I'm gonna just give a brief rundown of the mindset going into this, right? So, here's a couple things I would just want to just mark off. One, everything on here attacks every part of your life, spiritually, mentally, physically, financially, and socially, right? There's something there's something that's going to benefit you in all areas, a couple areas, or even one area here, right? Two, the principles going into this, right? Everything here has a big ROI, a return on investment, right? Meaning if you put something in, you get something bigger in return, like going to the gym, right? You don't see results the first day, but weeks, months, you reap the benefits, right? Two, they're all easy. It's simple to do. Literally a caveman can do this, right? And three, right? Fast, fast and big results, meaning that you're not gonna wait 2 years to get a result. It's fast and they're big, right? Like get 4 hours of sleep versus 7 hours of sleep. You're gonna feel the difference. So those are just some of the things that I thought about while putting this list together. Right, I thought that was just a, a little thing to keep in mind for y'all. So let's get into this, man. I'm just now getting back from the gym too. So, mind you, S tier is necessities. These are necessities to improve. Meaning, if you don't have these necessities in check, the rest of your life is fucked. Okay? That's pretty much what it is. A tier is like must have, right? And mind you, I forgot one other thing. Man, that's why I hate making this video again. I'm rambling. Another thing to mention, I am for maximization of men. In myself in particular and my viewers, like-minded people. So that is I'm not gonna add anything on here. I'm not gonna discuss anything that isn't for maximization of us in every sector of our lives. So that's what A tier is about, right? Must haves, right? They're gonna help you enhance your life, maximize your life. B tier is more so good to have. It's not necessary. It's not necessarily a must have, but they're good to do. C tier is pretty mid. Like there are benefits, but they're not anything drastic. And then D tier, I don't even think you'll see anything in D tier. I made this list, so let's get straight into this, bro. All right, so the first one is breath work, B tier. Okay, the reason why I'm putting B tier is simply because the return on investment is a bit shorter, right? It's good to do in the short run, right? Especially for people who have anxiety. Breathwork is very good for them, right? It's gonna lower stress. It's gonna help build presence, build focus, right? But it's not after you do breath work. It's only the high will only last a little while, right? You're still gonna have to have other skill sets to battle, cope with stress and stuff like that. But breath work is very good. Breath work is very good. Okay. Cold approaching. Okay. Now this. Oh my god. Do I want to put it A? I'm gonna put it B. Okay. And the reason is there are a bunch of benefits. Okay. Obviously, you're getting over the fear of rejection. You're putting yourself in uncomfortable situations. Um, and you're learning female psychology, which is very big. Okay. And oh man, now that I mentioned female psychology, this shit ain't there. Nah. I'm gonna put a B tier. I'm gonna put a B tier just because it's like once you code approach a couple times, you keep doing it. There isn't that much of a not much you can get, get with it. So I put it here. I put it here. And this could be co-coaching in general. It could be business. It could be, I don't know. But in particular, I'm speaking upon women. But yeah, this is a good one to have. I can't put it here because there's way more uh bigger things in here. But this is close. This is like the top of B tier. Put it right here. Cold showers. Definitely a B tier. The best thing about cold showers, one of the best things, is the fact that you're forcing yourself to become uncomfortable, right? And also blood flow. Blood flow. It's putting blood flow in the brain, so you're bringing nutrients across your body a bit better, but you're shocking yourself, which is good, which is good. Cold showers is good. There is no big, like, you do it a couple times. It's not, it's not gonna fix your life. You know what I mean? But like, the way I want to think about it is like, imagine you had like a fat, obese, depressed, anxious slob that's broke. You know what I mean? And you tell them to do cold showers. It's just, it's not. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of how I'm thinking about it. Like, think about the average beta male. You tell them the breath work, and they're broke, and they're all dealing with all these issues, and tell them the cold approach. It's not gonna fix their life. Okay, they're just good to have. Diet, S tier. It's non-negotiable. Your diet has to be in check. Eat whole foods, red meat, eggs, salmon, fruit, veg, carbs, healthy carbs. Get all of your just focus on micronutrients in particular, okay? This is non-negotiable. One, your mental benefits in terms of focus, memory, obviously being in shape, clear skin, good hair, putting on muscle, so many benefits, okay? This is non-negotiable. Don't just eat nothing. Don't just eat a bunch of rubbish. Put healthy food into your temple. Dopamine detox, A tier. We live in such a hyper-stimulated world that the moment you step back, and focus on building your focus and building presence, you're lowering stress as well. So dopamine detox is very good. The couple issues with that is that, once you do it, most people just go back into doing all those habits. So yeah, working out is top of the list. Every man should be in the gym. Every man should be strength and conditioning, right? You need to learn how to, one, protect yourself, even in just a physical manner. You're building function. You're lowering depression, right? Because your muscles are excreting hormones. You're increasing your testosterone, right? You're going to be surrounded by other like-minded people who are trying to better themselves. It just goes on and on. Working out will change your life. You're increasing your attractiveness as well. So easy. Fasting. Fasting. Now the benefits. Ooh. We could put it. There are a lot of benefits to fasting. This is why we've been fasting since the dawn of man, right? One, the cancer benefits. Most people don't know this, that there are cancer benefits, cancer prevention benefits from simply just not eating for a set period of time. You're cleansing your system. You're cleansing your cells. There are also cognitive benefits to fasting, right? Because instead of your body focusing on breaking down your food, you actually switch from breaking down your food to focusing on other things. So yeah, goal setting, also A tier, right? Being able to visualize your goals and write them out um, in a descriptive manner is going to be very beneficial. Increasing your income. Don't let anyone tell you that this is anything below S. This is what I'm talking about. I've seen some content creators. Oh, money is important, but there's people who use it for wrong. Shut the fuck up. We're talking self-improvement. We're talking about the ability to change your life drastically. Does it give you a huge return on investment? Yes, it does. It enhances every part of your life. Is it easy and simple? To a degree. Yes, you can pick a career You could you could pick a career that's easy and simple to get in, and use that money to leverage yourself to make more money in the future. Um, is it fast and quick? Uh, kind of. But the point is, it's too important. It's too important not to have up here, right? Um, yeah. Don't let anyone tell you that this is blood. It's just if the people try to demonize money, and I'm not with it, right? Because if you have financial stability or financial freedom, you have the ability to choose if you want to live in a well-established neighborhood. So now you don't have to worry about crime. You don't have to worry about degeneracy. You can buy your time. So now you can hire chefs to cook for you, take out. You can, trainers. There's so many things you could do with money. Okay, it's gonna enhance every part of your life. So it's top of the list easily. Journaling. Put in A tier as well. I'm putting in A tier as well. Man, look at the meditation. Look at the Stoics. They all journaled, bro, and it's your history. This is your story, right? But also, it's a time to like learn about yourself. You know what I mean? So I always say this. Learn, uh, forming an identity and learning who you truly are is big. Meditation. This is meditation, right? Okay, so here's what I was gonna do. Meditation. No, yeah, that's right. Never mind. I'll save that for later. Meditation, easily top of the A tier. Top of the A tier. Meditation. This has changed my life drastically in so many areas. Right. One, you are building focus, right? When you get distracted with the thought, you come back to whatever is present in the moment, maybe your breath, the wind outside, whatever it may be, right? You're building your focus. Two, you're building presence. You're learning how to be in the moment. That's big. That's big. Being in the moment. Three, you are de-stimulating yourself from stimuli, right? Whether it be technology, social media, things like that. It could be a bad day, right? You're basically detoxifying yourself, right? You're lowering cortisol, which is stress. So meditation, I highly suggest. I highly suggest. The only reason why it's not up here is because these are just necessities. It's just too necessary. But the impact is very good, right? You don't see, and another thing too, at first you may not see benefits, but these is like once you get these, you're gonna see benefits right away, right? But this, not so much. But yes. Oh my God, here we go. We're gonna put these two together. NoFap and semen retention. They're mid. Okay. Let me explain. Now, let me speak for myself real quick. I've been doing NoFap for 2-3 years. Semen retention as well. Right? Not 100% on. You know what I mean? When I say 2-3 years, I'm talking about being in practicing it, right? So I've gone streaks where I've gone 6 months straight. 6 months straight. I've gone 118 days, 4 months. I've gone 100 days, 80 days, right? And the biggest thing I picked up from that was the psychological benefits, right? I'm talking about the pros real quick. So the benefits being I was able to uh, uh, learn about sexual discipline. I was able to, I had a porn addiction, like a PMO addiction. Pause. I shouldn't have said that on YouTube. But yeah, I was able to detoxify my mind and reprogram my mind from all that degeneracy. But NoFap and retention yourself. If you're trying to just go on NoFap and retention and thinking it's going to change your life, you're mistaken. Because there's a placebo effect with the community, right? And they've done so much damage to people, man. Because the placebo part is that, when you're doing NoFap and retention, you're doing everything up here, working out, you're eating right, you're getting enough water, things like that. So you mistake that with this. Most people are like, oh my God, my skin's clearing up, and I'm getting more muscle, I have more drive. No, it's because you're doing this. You're doing all of these up here. So yeah, like I said, if you're talking to a fat loser who doesn't do anything with his life, right? Like picture that archetype and tell him to do no fat retention, his life will not change. Okay. Now this is important because of sexual discipline. Learning sexual discipline is big. Okay. But as men, we are literally bred to fucking fuck till the day we die, bro. Okay. It's just facts. Reading, A tier. A tier. Okay. The reason why reading is where it is, um, it depends what you're reading. But most importantly, we're talking self improvement, self help, and whatever sector that you need that assistance in, right? You're taking the knowledge of people who, like I said, who had to struggle and go through trials and tribulations to get that information, and then you get to, you know, start from where they struggled at. So, reading easily, right? And it's also a form of meditation as well. Productivity hacks. I'm gonna put it like right here. Now, this is very vast. This is very vast. It's very big, very generalized right here, because it depends on what it is, right? Um, I find like for my thing was like I was trying to build focus, right? So I do a lot of productivity hacks, like staring at a wall, right? Like like my thing was like building focus. So like if I was trying to do some work, I would go 10 minutes on, stare at a wall, which actually works somewhat. But for me, focus, right? Trying to build focus, it mainly came from this being out of line, right? And diet, those two. I found that when I ate things like eggs, I was able to focus a bit better. And liver, hey, look up choline and what it does. But productivity hacks, yes. Excuse me. Now here's the big boys: religion and spirituality. In particular, having faith is S tier. Okay. Now, I am not religious, but I am spiritual. What does that mean? I have faith. Having faith, right, in a higher power, having a higher purpose is necessary to improve. Matter of fact, it's actually at the top. Well, yeah, I guess you could say. Well, in terms of improving, it's the number one thing. But in terms of like base survival, this is here. Okay. The reason why I'm saying this is because, right, when you forget what you're doing, like most people who get on self improvement, they're just hearing things that are good for them, and then they're like, oh, I might as well do that, right? Or there's gonna be days where you don't feel like getting up and doing what you're supposed to do, right? But when you have that purpose to keep going, despite all the pain and tribulations, and you understand that that there's a higher power, and that there's more within you, right? It's gonna push you to go beyond what you think is capable. So, faith, so spirituality. I'm just in particular spirituality, right? Scheduling. Ah, I want to put it here. I want to put it here. The only reason I'm not putting it here, okay? An A tier. So scheduling, right? It builds urgency, right? And urgency is what propels you to get your task done, right? No excuses, all that. But the problem with scheduling is that if you don't have a consequence for doing whatever task, then it can kind of, it's just like, I didn't reach the deadline. You know what I mean? So there's no automaticity to it. So when you like, what's that one quote where it's like, when your back is against the wall, you're gonna push with two times the force or something like that. So that's kind of what that builds, is that urgency part. Martial arts, A tier. If this was masculinity, it would be S tier. But in self improvement, in terms of improving yourself, learning how to defend yourself, on a physical standpoint, oh my goodness. The last thing you want to experience is being with your girl, getting an altercation, and getting your shit fucking snapped. Learn how to defend yourself. Learn grappling. Learn striking, right? Boxing, wrestling, jiu-jitsu, things like that. Or even just like some type of self-defense, right? It's like, yes, okay? Sleeping is top of the list, bro. Top of the list, top of the list. This is where all your healing is happening, okay? This is where all the muscle building, all, everything, okay? Uh, there's studies showing that literally getting from between going from 6 hours of sleep to 7 hours of sleep is a big increase in testosterone. So get your sleep. So many benefits. I don't even think that there's nothing much to say about it. But so the reason why I put this here is sleep hacks, things that are gonna improve your sleep. So cold room, not eating 4 to 6 hours before you go to bed, things like that. Okay, meditation before you go to bed, having a sleep routine. Stoicism, A tier. Like if it was about masculinity, it's definitely S tier. But this in particular, the reason why I say stoicism is important. Stoicism, I kind of want to put philosophy here, but I just say stoicism. It is building emotional intelligence, and that's very important. When you realize that there is no greater power than the power that you have within yourself, right? Then that's the day you'll wake up. That's the day you'll really get moving, right? When you don't give any attention to outside external events that you have no control over, it's very powerful. Actually, if we're ranking this in order, it's like this is top of the egg. This is almost getting into here. You know what I mean? So, yeah. And I put the super soaker because every man should learn how to shoot a gun. Yeah, it's gonna sound controversial, but this is part of self defense. We don't like, especially in America. We don't. Nobody plays fair. Nobody plays fair, bro. Okay, you have to stay strapped. You have to learn how to shoot. Right? There's nothing like being with your family, being with your kids. Somebody pulls up on your doorstep, and you don't have the manpower to stop them. So learn how to shoot. Learn how to grapple or strike or both. And yes, walking, bro. There's so much in A tier right now. Walking. Oh, yeah. I'm put it. It's exercise. A tier. Getting 10,000 steps. Aim to get 10,000 steps minimum. Okay. The reason why doing this, so many benefits to walking. Digestion, blood flow, meditation, presence. It ties up with a lot of stuff here. You're getting sunlight depending on where you are. You're clearing your mind. Go for a walk. Get outside. Listen to nature. Don't go outside and get stimulated. Just go for walks. It's super beneficial. Okay. Last but not least, we have sunlight. Sunlight, it's a part of diet, but it's really S tier. Now, but let me explain why it's going to be A tier. It's only A tier because of location, right? If you have bad weather like me, I don't live in an area with good weather. It's hard to get. But if we're talking about benefits, okay, strictly benefits, it is S tier. One, testosterone increases, it skyrockets. Muscle building skyrockets. Your sleep gets fixed, right? Your serotonin levels increase. Your mood increases. Your skin increases. Bone density increases. Literally, just getting sunlight will help you in so many aspects, physically, mentally, spiritually. This is why, um, you know, places where they with the different longitudes and latitudes where they get plenty of sun, they praise the sun. The sun god. That's why you say One Piece sun god Nika. They praise the sun because the sun gives us so many benefits. Now, if you're dark skinned like myself, right, you're going to need more sun because neuromelanin prohibits the absorption of the sun. So our vitamin D is going to be a lot harder to absorb. So you're going to have to get like an hour to an hour and a half of sunlight. But if you're whiter skin, you can get like 15 minutes to 30 minutes of sunlight and you're good, right? So that's the tier list. I hope y'all enjoy this. I'm going to keep this short. Yeah, if you like the video, let me know if you want me to do more tier lists on different topics. And yeah, peace.